What's up? Welcome back to the NairoBEERns Podcast. Na kama kawa na chill na boys wangu Mwas. Mwas ni aje?
Fiti. Mimi niko na wiki poa. Mfuata uniulize. It's been a nice week. Fanya vitu kadhaa hapa na pale.
And it's really a nice week cause tuko na leo bana tuko place nyingine different.
New set. We have guests with us. Yeah, for those wondering, we are here celebrating one of our own. She'll come back later.
Yeah, she will. You'll see her.
But right now we have to my extreme right. She's called Aileen.
But should we let her introduce herself? Because because nothing says ngine Mwas. Saizi ukijiambia ukiulizwa wewe introduce yourself utasema wewe ni nani?
Mini handsome boy.
Yeah, you're a humble boy.
So I think to introduce yourself.
All right, I will do so with pleasure. My name is Aileen. I am still in my 20s and I am loving my life. What more do I need to say about me?
You do something similar to what you're doing right now.
Yes, I have my own podcast called Utajua Hujui. It's just like history and African politics and stuff. It's quite fun.
We'll link it in the description, yeah?
Yes, please.
Yes, then next to me there's another puny.
Getting away with shit.
Yo, what's up?
Ukona Vans?
Huh?
Ukona Vans now?
You know that's a song. We give copyright infringement.
No. Somebody could copy strike that video if you're not careful,
So, all I'm saying is I'm wearing Vans right now.
Those are not Vans. I refuse to believe those are Vans. The camera can see them. The camera can see them. Please zoom in. Those are not Vans.
My name is Karedi, aka Greatness.
Okay.
Here, I'm so proud to be here. I'm a big fan of this channel.
Thank you.
Though I only have 2 issues here, and these are technical issues for the 2 of you.
Okay.
Number 1, okay. First and foremost, it's called NairoBEERns for a reason. I see no beer. You can't say
it's all bottled.
You can't say alcohol. Beer. I see no beer.
We've been drinking all day.
And I've been seeing a hater on the comment section talking about these issues. Number 2, unfortunately, another hater had spoken about your friend Chris M. And his refusal to wear trousers.
My extreme right over there.
On your extreme right.
Guy.
Okay.
Wear the trousers.
I think you bring it back. My guy on the left is called Karedi. He wants to introduce himself. He's called Karedi and Mwas.
Yes.
Me na feel because a reason to go up ni Aileen was celebrating her birthday.
It's not me,
She was.
Just relax.
Okay.
Aileen was celebrating her birthday.
Not too long ago.
Yeah. And happy birthday, Aileen.
Thank you so much.
So what I wanted to ask was, do you believe in the stars,
horoscopes,
astronomy?
Yeah.
Astrology.
I think.
Astronomy.
Okay.
Either or.
Okay. So
What's your star?
So I will say 2 things. Number 1, my star sign is Cancer. We are very temperamental and quite sensitive. And yes, I'm sensitive and temperamental.
100%.
My goodness, why are you throwing my laundry out in the air like this for the public?
Relax.
I'm saying that.
Hey, my Jesus. Anyway,
Jesus?
but I also am very well aware that astrology and all those Cancer signs and all those things are written very vaguely on purpose so that everything works to your advantage. However, I have known some Tauruses who are very strong-headed, some Geminis who are two-faced bitches, and some Leos who are just fucking amazing.
So do you feel like your star sign represent who you are?
Unfortunately, yes.
What if everybody, if you woke up today, everybody forgot about your birthday, everybody forgot about your star sign, how will you feel?
Number 1, people forgot my birthday, so I'd be pissed. For example, and Mom, I love you. Please, I love you so much. But this is going to be controversial. The only reason why you're a mother is because of me.
Oh my God.
So my birthday is our birthday. So if you forget it, what are you really forgetting, Mommy? Please don't forget my birthday.
Has she ever forgotten your birthday?
Imagine. No.
There you go.
But then why are you fussing?
It's called fussing because she wasn't here on my birthday.
But Kiro and Chris, let me ask you guys those same questions.
Yes, by the way.
What are your star signs? Kama uko nayo?
Atikama, everyone has one. Everyone has one.
True. But I think I'm different. But I'll let Chris go first because I don't think.
What's your star sign?
I don't know. My star sign is
Gemini.
I'm a Gemini.
Actually,
I don't know, but I don't believe in them.
No, actually, you are a very different kind of Gemini. Very different kind. 100% with you. Yes.
That's what you think.
Yes, I know.
To be a Gemini is to be a gem, man.
Oh my God.
Me.
So, Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris.
Do you believe in birthdays or do you even celebrate birthdays? Cause me I
Star
thought
signs.
nafikirianga birthday ni ya watu hii bana.
So ushaniongelea. Before I even get there, I'll take this thing back because some of our fans will be shocked we didn't start the way we start. So I'll start by saying NairoBEERns Podcast, we always talk about what we've seen, tumeona, tumesoma, tumesikia na tumetubamba, si ndio? With regards to this whole birthday business, yeah? I mean, I believe birthdays are for younger people, or younger people and women.
What?
Sorry?
Younger
What?
people
Birthdays are
and
for younger
women.
people.
Yeah.
Okay, explain your logic to me, please.
So when you're a man, there are other things you worry about. Let me an example of a soldier. When you're a soldier, you worry about conquest. You worry about going to war and all these things. You worry about providing as a man, providing for your family and all these things. Not birthdays. Birthdays are very sentimental. I was born on this day. It's more emotional, right? It is generally believed or accepted that women are more emotional than men, right? So when it's your birthday and you want to sit there and force everyone to sit with you, and it's more feminine than masculine.
You've not told us your star sign.
I'm a Cancer guy, so kind of okay, friendly or that one. But I don't believe once you pass a certain age as a guy, you're done with birthdays.
So even in your younger years, you liked your birthdays.
So ni kweli kusema birthday ni ya watoi.
Yeah, no, birthday for men, younger. But if you're a Chile,
No, but like the whole point
you can be 70 and still enjoy it. That's okay.
No, I beg to differ. The whole point of a birthday is that you get to it's a whole bunch of people that you love celebrating you.
But what have you achieved? What are you celebrating?
The fact that you've survived one more year on this hellhole we call a
that
planet.
that your mother and your father banged and you're born.
Yes.
What have you done?
I've lived my life successfully for the last 26 years.
So Eileen, if I may ask,
Yes.
is there a certain thing that you celebrate apart from
Me getting a year older. So sometimes I have goals that I try to achieve over the course of a year.
Okay.
So like my goal for my 26th year before I turned 26 was to start investing my money, and I did. So like that's what I'm celebrating. Oh, it's better.
More or less.
Okay, what's up? How about you? Do you celebrate your birthday?
First and foremost, I don't believe in star signs.
So which one?
I believe they call it Sagittarius.
No, Sagittarius.
See, that's the goat.
I am the goat. That is true.
Oh my God.
In both ways.
Lord have mercy.
I do believe to be Chris has ruined the plot. Me, I like my birthdays, and because I believe as human beings you're inherently selfish. Kidogo. True. This is the one day you're allowed to be selfish. You can do whatever you want. But I don't actually want you to throw me a bash or anything. All I don't want
chicken.
No, I want chicken.
Of course.
Chicken is a must. If you bring me beef for my birthday, I'm gonna give you pork. But I'm just saying.
Nice pun, by the way. Nice pun.
I'm just saying that for me the most important thing is people acknowledge you kidogo. They be like they spend the time to call you and be like, by the way, you mean a lot to me. Happy birthday. That's it. I remember once I would know and someone didn't wish me happy birthday. You guy, my folks forgot until like halfway through the day, and I'm standing there by them. I'm like, hey bro, is someone gonna warn these guys that this is my birthday? I'm trying to hint. Yesterday was my sister, because my sister is born the day before me. Yesterday is my sister's birthday,
and they focus on that
one. Were wishing her happy. I had to give anyone to my birthday. Me, I'm sorry.
What
I can't be there on my birthday. I'm sorry.
What about your sister's birthday?
We ate Chinese.
My point exactly, because when you're a Chile, people tend to focus on that more because it's more. I mean, birthdays are emotional. There's nothing logical.
That's
There's
the
nothing
point.
about
What you're
That's
saying
the whole
is
point.
birthdays are for chillers.
and the young boys.
Because chiles and young boys are emotional, as if we're not going to pretend that old men are also emotional.
Kiru, do you
Over
believe
what?
in your birthday?
Everything,
Like?
life changing, them being left behind by the times.
Let me answer you if
Let me ask,
everybody-
I'm asking Kiru if he believes in his birthday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, do you believe in your birthday?
Let me just give you a
What do you mean
history
believe
of. I'd like to know, but let me just give you a history of my birthday and me. Growing up, we never used to celebrate birthdays.
Oh no.
So the birthday thing came up when everybody started celebrating, like maybe let me say in campus.
Hey.
Hey.
In
That's
campus.
late, yeah, that's late.
So people started celebrating their birthdays. Now I'm like, when was I born? Because back in our days, birthdays wasn't a thing.
No, they're not a big thing.
I'm sure my mom can't remember. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't.
Wait.
So it's not a thing in.
Your household.
But do you want to celebrate your birthday?
Because we never used to do it.
So?
But when I came to learn that it's a big deal for people, nowadays I tend to, if I'm celebrated on my birthday, I enjoy it like everybody else does.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a personal theory about how birthdays came into being. As because I think you're right in the sense of they're there to celebrate like just children. Because I can imagine like back in the day when there was polio and measles and all these things trying to kill you, if you made it past the age of 5,
was a
everyone
big
was,
deal,
everyone was like, holy shit, you've lived, you're about to get married, let's get some babies in you, let's get some property. Like birthdays were a big deal because you managed to survive life before modern medicine.
I feel it's like a marriage between two cultures. That's the issue. For example, in African culture, like my culture, you have milestones that you go through. Sindio?
Yeah.
Yep.
They define it by goals.
But it's by the age set, not by like the individual.
As the age said, so you go through the milestone of circumcision,
Initiation.
Okay, so Paulus, initiation. You can bleed me for the other one.
So you go through here, man.
Yeah,
What's
you go
the
through,
deal,
I'm
man?
just saying my culture.
You go through circumcision slash initiation.
The second step is to get married.
No, there's a step before that. Like there's a step before that.
Fight.
Aye.
Do you know my tribe? Do you know my tribe?
Yes, I know your tribe. I'm also part of that same tribe, my guy.
Anyways, all I'm saying,
Unfortunately.
all I'm saying
Don't fight. Yeah.
is okay. So you have the circumcision,
You have the
something
courting,
else,
and then you have the marriage.
Then the marriage. After the marriage, you have
The childhood
the
and the
child, getting
parenting.
the child. Then now
You die.
You grow into elders,
And then you die.
die. That's how you consider
you
your
have
milestones there. Those were what I would say in that context were your selfish days. We should stop calling them birthdays. Maybe let's call them selfish days. So now Western culture is like
They're just milestones.
it's
Yeah.
wedding and then but every year you turn a year older and people die, people kill. Let's just give you a birthday. So you just got a birthday. But there are many people I know. Maguka used to just guess his birthday. We didn't really know his birthday.
Yeah,
think you have
those
a point.
elderly people, we
Yeah.
didn't know their birthdays. I even have a problem. I love the Queen, but I have a problem with us celebrating those jubilees we've been celebrating.
Queen Latifah.
No, the Queen, yeah.
Oh, you mean Queen the band?
They're not the Queen, they're just Queen. So it's Queen Elizabeth.
I was going to look like
Second.
RuPaul drag, like
Yeah.
RuPaul.
No. So the thing with birthday is you're alive doing nothing. You're just alive doing nothing.
So it's like in your mind, like you're celebrating nothing. So
Nothing.
why celebrate it at all?
You've done nothing to be alive. You've just woken up, eaten, taken a dump, gone to sleep, and then repeat, right?
What if you're appreciating doing nothing?
existence.
Like, it's an appreciation.
You can't
appreciation of
celebrate.
doing
You
nothing,
can't
no?
celebrate nothing.
No, you're not celebrating nothing.
I don't
You're just happy of
Yeah.
being alive.
No,
don't
be
think-
be alive be happy every day, cause every day you wake up.
True, but this is another time
No,
that
no,
you're
no.
turning.
No,
It's just
I don't
reminding to be
think.
purposeful of it.
Yeah, I don't think you're just like celebrating nothing. I think you're celebrating life, which is like an extension of what we have now considered to be humanity, right? Because to be human is to have these frivolous, meaningless celebrations. Like to this day, and I know I'll sound like I'm 60 or whatever, but it frustrates me that people people graduate from kindergarten. You've done nothing but do the thing you're supposed to do. Why are you
That's the thing that you
graduating?
don't sound 60, you sound 150.
No. I'm okay. Let's celebrate kindergarten.
But they've
'Cause
done the
these
thing they're
kids-
supposed to do. Why are they graduating? Why are we
They've
celebrating
gone to
them?
school. They've played with plasticine or Play-Doh, whatever it's
Yeah.
called, and yeah, you moved from that. There's a transition.
There's like progress.
Yeah, from now sleeping in class to now learning. But let's celebrate that transition.
Okay, guys. Finish it. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. So for me, I'm of the view. Let's celebrate things that can be that are quantifiable. I'm in high school. I'm transitioning to university. Let's celebrate that. I've done something. Yeah, I'm in high school. I'm in campus. I'm transitioning to something else. We can celebrate that which is quantifiable.
Birthdays also celebrate that which is quantifiable because you don't know what's going on in people's
But age
lives.
is a mirage.
No, like, okay, first of all, yes. And also, that's very R. Kelly of you. Age ain't nothing but a number, and jail ain't nothing but a rule.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
This is what I think, yeah?
Okay.
Everybody does what he or she wants to do.
You're the fence sitter.
That's what I think.
No, but you're here to give our
It's okay,
opinions.
it's okay, but-
And our opinions. That's hogwash.
It's okay, but you can't dwell on one issue
Yes.
all the time. So
Yes.
we pivot to something different. So I wanted to ask you, since you guys are our guests, have you been listening to our podcast?
Yeah.
Since you don't comment,
No,
what
okay.
would you like to tell us now of this thing called the NairoBEERns?
I saw your most popular episode on Wajakoya the 5th. Some pertinent issues there. Number 2, I read your comment section very seriously.
You study it like the
I
Bible.
studied extremely well. And what I see is you guys are not very good at taking feedback.
Come on, engagement.
The lights, as in this set is amazing. These mics, I'm sure I sound very sexy. Ladies, I'm single, by the way.
It's okay.
These mics great. Everything is good. Lakini the beer and the shorts things, man. Me, I can't get past that.
No, today is because this is a different set. It's a different set, and we're trying something different. Otherwise, in a normal set, we have our beer.
Ni wrong ku apologies here. I think
No, I'm letting them
Say
know.
it with your chest.
No, I'm letting them know.
I think ni wambi ya tu tunatake feedback yao serious na tutawaka.
No, nipo pia kwa
Because
mkweli.
sasa zingine ukianza kudefend,
No, I'm just being
you
honest.
never win.
But is it not true that it's a different set?
Okay.
So in a normal set, if you watch our nini, we have whatever it is.
Yeah.
We preach beer and drink beer.
Fantastic. But other than that, jokes aside, you guys have really grown. The first few episodes, I remember struggling to hear you guys, Kidogo, I think mic malfunctions. Things have started to get very well. Kim is starting to look more in his element. I'm enjoying the show, so you should invite me more often. I think this will be the most viewed show by far.
I think the reason I'm asking this is you guys, we usually ask you to comment and leave us at least a feedback, but you guys don't. Since we have you here now, that's why I wanted to know
To give
from,
feedback.
like Eileen, have you been listening or?
I have, and I feel like you guys benefit from like a female perspective on certain issues.
Okay.
This is interesting now.
I will not comment because I feel like the discussion today will allow me to share my female perspective.
Okay.
But in general, I actually do like the podcast. It's entertaining. Your insights are, for want of a better word, quite insightful.
But more masculine.
We very much
But then,
That's not an insult.
before you go too far, because at least you're here, utajua hujui.
Yes,
There's some people who have not subscribed to utajua hujui.
please do.
That's why I wanted you to at least enlighten them. Your last episode.
Yes.
What did you focus on? One of the most popular episodes. One
Oh,
of the
okay.
topics or something
so
like that.
one of the most popular episodes was about King Leopold II of Belgium.
Yes.
Who managed to have the DRC Congo.
Just give a brief overview for those people who don't know.
Yeah, so like the DRC Congo was his personal property, like he owned that shit, and so he basically, and he basically sent a bunch of his colonial officers down there to, number one, trick the tribal chiefs out of their land, and then number two, institute a rule that said that if you don't mine enough rubber for me, I will cut off your hands, your legs, your whatever. It is absolutely horrific. Like by the time, so the Belgian government actually made King Leopold II give back the DRC to the government. And by the time he had done that, half of Congo's population had died.
Yes.
Just because of his
The
colonial
biggest
rule.
massacre in.
It's in colonial history. It's horrific.
It's actually bigger than what is it called?
The Holocaust.
The Holocaust,
Yes.
right?
But Eileen, how do you think people are gonna get interested in your like Utajui or the Nairobians? How can we like benefit each other and grow ourselves? Like
I think
I can go and read books about
Yes.
King Leopold II and
so.
read all these things. What are we giving?
That's
What
new,
are
like
we-
what
yeah,
added
what are we-
value.
yeah.
So essentially, whenever I'm doing these historical readings, number one, they're quite well researched. So I do the work, so you don't have to. You can actually quote me in your papers, your academic essays, your whatever.
Nice.
Trust me, it's all referenced. It's fine. You can check my sources. But number two, I also try to do it in a way that's engaging. For example, like my most recent episode was about how the West, like America, UK, EU, Australia, how they controlled Africa's population for decades. And they did that by pushing low quality IUDs, contraceptives, promoting abortion. Like it's all these things that is
gruesome,
just, it's fucking horrific. And now they're continuing to
Are we
do
allowed
the
to
same
swear?
thing.
Sorry?
Are we allowed to swear?
Express yourself, my
You
guy.
can do all you want, man.
Be
This is the
you.
Nairobian.
Say fuck.
We
Say
talk all
fuck.
we
No,
we
no,
talk
say
as
fuck,
we can and
fuck.
talk as we want
Say
to.
fuck.
Oh, we talk because we can.
Because we can and we
talk
want
as
to.
we want to.
Okay.
So
Say
you
fuck.
can say anything you
Say
want.
fuck, say fuck, say fuck.
Say it.
Say it. No,
Say
say
it.
fuck.
Fuck.
Say fuck.
I guess he said it in small gun.
I'll say it with more
Yeah,
than.
in small gun, yeah.
No, yeah. So what I try to do is try to give the information to you in a way that is entertaining and try to really humanize history. Because I feel like sometimes we study history as if it's a subject without real people that had real emotions that were similar to what we go through every single day. And what I try to do is try to break it down to the point where you realize that like the people you're reading about in history are humans just like you and me, with their own motivations, with their own selfish ambitions. And once you start reading history like that, it becomes a lot easier to understand why people keep making mistakes or the same mistakes over and over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Two of you.
Sure.
You've done this podcasting journey for a while.
Yeah, for a
But
minute, yeah.
For a minute now. It's been a few months.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you guys, not about the podcast, because that's interesting, and I think you'll continue to break it down as the podcast continues to grow. But in your lives, as young people hustling, this is one of your hustles, trying to build yourselves. What are the things that piss you off the most?
Oh, that's
It's
a good
not about
question.
the happiest things, but what are the things in interacting with guys that piss you off the most, that will make you jump off a balcony and punch a person in the face?
I don't know. I think we let Chris go first.
Kiru.
so.
That's that they were checking out.
Yeah, he's coming
He's
out.
scoping.
You see, some of the things that piss me off. Number one is. Okay, I'm hesitating because I'm a culprit of this, yeah? And this is punctuality.
Yes.
I suffer with that a lot, yeah? But it irritates me when I make plans with Kish, let's meet at 2 or let's meet at 3, and let me now point the finger towards myself and then appear there at 3. If he was to do the same thing, I'll be really pissed, yeah? So I appreciate punctuality, I appreciate honesty, because honesty is also a big thing, because this is something this is a journey I got onto recently of I don't want to lie. I don't want to be liked because I'm lying, so I'll say the truth, however uncomfortable it is. And so anyone who lies for the sake of it or whatever reason, I don't like liars. I don't like liars. I like punctuality and I like respect. You respect me, I respect you back.
It also seems like you hate hypocrisy. This idea that like if Kira was to come in late,
Yes.
then you'd be really pissed. But if you come in late, you're expecting to be understanding.
Do I hate hypocrisy? Am I a hypocrite?
I
For hating
mean,
hypocrites.
maybe.
It's integrated.
It's 2 in 1 because I feel like most human beings are hypocrites in general. Like I've yet to find a person who is not a hypocrite.
You're looking at one right now.
Oh,
So what I do is, let me be honest.
Okay.
Very recently, I was going to meet this friend of mine here. I was late, yeah? So what I did when he asked me, where are you? I lied. But then I caught myself. I
10
was like,
seconds.
for like 2 seconds, I'm like, you know what? Let me be honest. I'm actually stepping into the shower right now. So he doesn't have to wait for me long enough. 'Cause like if he's 5 minutes out or 10 minutes out, he should be here. Like, so I'm like, no, but there I'm just getting into the shower right now. So give me enough time for me to be done with this, prepare myself, and
Okay, fine. Let me put it another way.
Yeah.
Where if somebody else comes in late and you expect them, and they expect you to be understanding, versus you come in late and they blow up. You don't like that kind of hypocrisy.
yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
I mean, nobody likes that kind of hypocrisy. It's unfair.
And Kiro, now that you have the chance to think,
What's the question again?
what are the things as you grow up, as you go through this thing of Nairobi hustle and bustle? What are the things that piss you off the most?
Annoys me the most.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me, it's trying to get this paper because me, what we're all about is
Money.
getting money.
Getting that money, honey.
That annoys you.
Money. So what annoys me comes when I'm in the process of getting this paper, the bands. So sometimes I feel like, what do I need to do? Like I'm asking myself, what do I need to do to get this stuff?
Ask
Is
me
it
the
hard
question.
work by itself? Is it luck, or is it something different? Is it just going on my knees and praying to God to give me, or
not that
you
one.
see, or is it just because sometimes you feel like you're working hard and it's not showing
It's
up.
not showing anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
May I feel you?
Yeah. So
it's more frustration for you.
yeah, it's frustrating because I'm me right now.
Do you think
I
we're
know
destined
about-
to make money or to grow?
But
and
Rick has
become
not answered that question.
Sorry.
Do you think we're destined
Destined.
to like be successful?
Destined.
We are not.
Destined.
We are
That's a
not. We
lie.
are not.
We're
Do you
not.
think you are destined to be successful? Or do you think, because you see, like for example, you put in all this work,
Yeah.
and right now you don't really have, so you say, the cash that you would like to have at the moment.
What I'm looking for. Not,
Then you've seen
not
another
maybe
guy.
the cash, but
What
You're not where
looking
you want
for.
to be.
You're not where you want to be.
True.
You're on the journey still. But when you look at someone else and they're like 10 steps ahead, higher, them you've saved to buy your first car. It's a Starlet. This one is buying his fourth car. It's a Range Rover.
I'm
2022
frustrated.
edition that I've just seen in Kenya.
I'm really frustrated.
So is that guy was destined to have more money?
No.
Or is it
Maybe
just
that's
lucky?
his luck. I
I
don't
think it's
know.
more luck.
That's what I think.
No, I think that's a really important problem when it comes to like trying to do the hustle in Nairobi. This idea that like no matter how hard you try, somebody else who has done less, who's less qualified than you, will still get ahead further and faster than you, and it is
Frustrating.
disheartening.
It's very discouraging.
Yeah.
But I've learned in this world, there's always someone who is better than and
Yes,
worse than.
yes.
True.
There's someone who's more beautiful, more handsome, more talented, earns more, whatever. So get your niche, be comfortable in that, make what you have work, and live, because you'll never have enough. And then whatever, if you think it's little, there's someone who has nothing. So contentment is also
Very
key
important, yeah.
as you move on in life. But Eileen, sorry,
If you shaved your head,
Eileen, Karedi had asked a question. In your day to day, what is this one thing that irritates you? It irks you a lot as you play this game called life.
The realization that no matter what I do, I can't pay people fairly. Like I'm not in a position in my life where I can fairly compensate a person for the value they add to my life.
Okay.
And it's something I think about a lot because I Uber around a lot, despite the fact that I have a driver's license. And no, it's like we will get into this off screen because this is some other shit. But I often feel really guilty because like I know that what I'm paying is not a fair wage. It does not fully reflect the value I have extracted from this interaction, and that really frustrates me because number one, I want to be in a position in my life where I can afford to do that for the people that work for me and or with me. But number two, I think it's another way of injecting a bit of fairness in the world yourself. It's just that right now I can't afford it.
So
It
do you tip
sucks.
them? Mama, do you tip them? Mama is...
No, sometimes I overpay. I sometimes overpay by like 50 or 100 bob. But in my mind I'm like, oh, it's not going to make that much of a difference. But you never know. You never know.
Okay. On that, what do you think? What do you think dictates how you behave? Like, do you think it's your upbringing, or it's the possession you have, or it's your religion, how you interact with all these people that annoy you? Quote unquote.
I think it is a mixture of nature and nurture. I think that there are certain people who are predisposed to antisocial behavior just naturally, and that's just nature. But if they're put in a loving and caring and compassionate environment, I'm hoping that they may do more pro-social behaviors. But it's also nurture as well, because like I said, if you are born with these antisocial traits, with the right kind of caregiving, you could become a productive member of society. But it's also the socialization we receive from such a very young age, right? Like this idea that to be successful, you need to be married, have kids, and have a successful career and a big house and a big car. That to be happy, you need to have all these things. And I really think that maybe nurture has a lot more to do with how we behave.
Let me just cut you. We just wanted to know what applies to you.
For
it's
me,
okay to
generalize
these lectures. It's okay.
It's okay, but you want to know for me.
But what applies to you?
For me, it's definitely nurture. I've taken a lot of time and care in myself and try to create the kind of person I want to be, and that has come from witnessing people around me, from talking to my mom, from reflecting on how she's raised me, from talking to my mentor. So yeah, it's definitely nurture.
Okay, how about you, Kareth?
What pisses me off the most?
No.
Also of the most, and then
how you live your day-to-day life, how you react to stuff, what.
Okay, so what fucking pisses me off the most?
he said the F word.
It's okay.
Please don't show this video to my mom and my dad.
Show it to Mama Karedi. Hi, Mama.
What pisses me off the most has to do with. I like to think about it like how you what turns you off when you're trying to flirt with a woman.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
And for me, one of the issues is selfishness.
I'm up now. I'm alive.
I swear, if you bring up traffic, I swear to God.
One of the things that pisses me off the most is selfishness. And one of the issues is, for example, even the issue of if someone is like you're with a lady and they cut the line to serve you food. To me, that's a mess up. That's a mess up. That's pissed me off. The thing that pisses me off the most, now sometimes I use Kiambu Road.
Oh my God, it's happening.
And cars overlap like
We've had this discussion so many times.
And me, I believe in the whole concept of Ubuntu. I am because we are. Since we are, therefore I am. So if that is the case, then that means that we should all understand that we're working towards the same goal. So why are you trying to overlap and then hoot at me because me I've decided that I'm blocking all three lanes? Me, I'm taking us to the right path. Anyways, that's my thing. But how I live with it, I have a lot of road rage. I get very angry. I swear a lot.
What I ask was, how you deal with all these things. Is it an upbringing stuff, or
religion.
Is it religion, or is it something
inherent within you?
How do you cope up with these things that annoy you the most?
How do I cope? I think it's a mix of factors. I think one of the issues is sort of accepting. I think this is one thing we're trained young, that people, this is not a good thing to say, people are inherently bad. People inherently want to do things for themselves. So forget all these things about helping each other. Even you guys, if a chance came, you never know, even me, maybe I'd come and screw you guys over, take over NairoBEERns when you have 1 million subscribers.
That's for sure.
And
that you do.
And become the voice of the show and steal your money. Because that's what we're all about. So I think, to me, it's not nature, it's not nurture, it's not religion. To me, it's just understanding that we're all just shitty. I don't think it's a good thing to say, but it's understanding what
as human beings we're
all just shitty. We all make these stupid mistakes in favor of our selfish desires.
Holy crap, I think you're right. Human beings are just shitty.
Yeah, but
People are
don't
shitty.
take that home. Boys and girls, don't take that home.
Take it home. People are shitty.
una kitu ya kuambia
mimi agree na I mean hata na feel it's very unnatural. My body is telling me stop that. I'm agreeing with Eileen that it's more natural than anything else.
No, we just have very different views.
To you guys who said that to me, I've said basically nature.
It's okay.
Nature, it's where you brought up, how
you're brought up,
and all those things. Because if you take a kid from one of those leafy suburbs in this country, you dump them in the hood, for example, and he grows up with that mentality.
That hood mentality, yeah.
That's how he grows up. It doesn't matter his talk, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So it's more of upbringing. And all the people that are around this person, the information that is being fed to this person, the schooling, the friends, all these things. So it's more natural than everything else. But how do I cope with those types of things? I keep to myself. Like
what influenced you keeping to yourself? Is it an upbringing stuff, or is it because you're religiously inclined to?
It's upbringing. For me, where I grew up, I had to keep to myself for me to be safe. I had to keep to myself for me to remain sane. So
for you to feel that you're safe, or it's actually for you to be safe?
No, it's for me to be safe.
Safety is perception.
No. I mean, my guy, I grew up in Dandora, so take your perception and shove it somewhere else. Right? No, not you, Eileen. But no, not you, it's not you. I'm just saying.
So us, we can do it.
For you guys, it might be a perception, but for me, I grew up in Dandora, and in Dandora, so there's a saying that goes, where as danger is real, fear is a choice, right? So I never chose fear, but I knew danger was always real. So what I did was, I chose to keep myself safe, and what I did how I did that was keeping to myself. So I've learned to keep to myself. I've learned to enjoy my own company, and what that means is I won't be easily swayed. I won't be easily influenced by people. I'd rather just be in my house the whole day. It may look antisocial, but I know I'm safe. I know I'm sane. I've not affected anyone. I've not had this weird interaction. So I prefer keeping to myself. That has kept me safe. That has kept me sane. So
What about you, Kish? Kiru, come on. What influences, like whenever you're dealing with your frustrations in life,
how do you deal with that?
Trying to get that paper, what influences how you deal with it?
Imagine we're fighting over valueless paper.
Really? You're going to sort this now? You're going to sort this now?
You can speak. This guy has been learning about banking.
Exactly, I know. You've just been learning about banking. You want to flex on
no value.
So what they say is,
I refuse.
a little knowledge is dangerous sometimes. So
Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is a bliss.
So he learned about banking. Right now he's just flexing on everyone.
That if you think education is expensive,
try ignorance.
Try ignorance. And ignorance plus education combined in my head have told me money is a scam. But anyways,
I've been saying this for the longest time, but you disagree with me.
Huh?
Let me talk about myself.
Yeah, you talk about yourself before I go crazy.
Mine is a combination of upbringing and religion.
Really?
Most of it, yeah.
What religion?
Because I'm a Christian.
Okay, we had to make sure. We can't assume.
And
Peace.
I believe my upbringing was
fantastic.
So mine, everything, the way I act, the way I relate to people, the way I interact with people is based on my upbringing and what I believe in. So that's what
builds you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that what dictates how I'll tell you, like, hey, you're doing a wrong thing, or hey.
So it's like nothing to do with nature at all. Like nothing inherent in your genes, nothing.
Nah, I don't think so.
Isn't it more upbringing than religion? Because religion is part of upbringing. Like your parents make sure that you follow a certain religion, you follow that ideology and all that. Yeah.
It's all of that, because it's upbringing. Then it's my upbringing that brought me to this religion. So in this religion, because I believe in it, I believe that this is the right thing to do because of my upbringing. That's part of it, but that's how I relate to people, that's how I act, that's how I react to certain situation.
Got it, man.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, just as a parting thing, as we leave you and move and bring in
Why
the
are you ending our podcast?
No, we're not ending. We're bringing in other guests.
You know, one of my favorite lines in one of my favorite movies.
See, let us take charge for a bit. Relax on your podcast.
Sorry.
Relax. We got this. We got
One of
this.
my favorite lines in one of my favorite movies, Captain Phillips, is very simple. It says this: "I am Captain now."
Oh my God.
So you can take that as you wish.
You did all that work for those 3 words.
I am Captain now. Those are 4
Forward.
words.
Then you're the captain, do it. What are you going to
So I was going to ask you,
What do you think
so do you believe, just a parting question, just to solve my own issues.
Okay.
Do you believe money is a scam?
No, I don't believe.
Money is a scam. Explain to me how right now our currency is not linked to something valuable. It is literally what it is worth. What we say it is. It's not linked to a gold or diamonds or whatever.
When we say money
This is a scam.
are we referring to our currency or are we referring
The
to
idea
of
of money is a scam.
Money is a good job. It's like you know, in school, when you got a good job. I didn't go to group of schools. I'm going to say that off the bat. But when in school, when you did a good job in kindergarten, you were given a golden star.
Yes.
That's what money is.
It's
good
a
job,
golden star.
Golden star. Good job, 100 shillings.
Why
Good
you guys
job,
lying?
100
We're not
shillings.
lying.
So you feel like you can go somewhere else, like you can be whatever you want to be without have acquired like wealth or money.
Oh
I feel
no.
that the whole idea of wealth and money has constrained us from being who we want to be. So some of us, because
very
of the whole
anti-capitalist
process
of you.
of wanting to get money, we live in broke places. We confine ourselves to work where we work extra hours to work for the little money that we're getting. It's slave. We have to wake up early in the morning, sleep late at night.
As opposed to what could we
As
be doing
opposed to
different?
what, for example, you and Chris are fantastic podcasters.
You're doing something that you
You're
love.
fantastic podcasters
Yeah,
doing
thank you.
something that you love, and you'll grow this business. But imagine you still both have 9 to 5s.
It will be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You still both have 9 to 5s. Now, had you had the option to actually pursue what you want, but still sustain yourselves without the concept of confines of these gold stars called money, wouldn't you have done it?
You're talking about socialism there, pal.
Wouldn't you have done it?
That's socialistic.
Boss. Mwas, mi na feel utataka leo bana. Mi hiyo kizungu mingi.
I can talk in Sheng if you want. I can talk in Sheng if you want.
Ebu talk in Sheng, talk in Sheng.
I talk in Sheng.
Unaweza mjibu hiyo story eh?
So that as a question is very idealistic. Because let me ask you this question, yeah? If heaven was fake, would you believe in God? Would you want to go to church?
If I knew heaven was fake,
Yeah,
no.
exactly. So we work for money because we need it, right?
But we only need it because of our current socioeconomic
Yeah,
system.
No,
But
so when you say money is a scam, yeah, you're lying because you know the history of money.
Yes.
Back in the day, people used to do barter trade.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what developed into currency.
And all these things.
money,
Then these paper currencies, because we took our gold, which was valuable, deposited it in the bank, and then they gave us a paper currency to say
That's
this guy
it.
has 10 gold coins. So if he presents you
This dollar
it's
in
linked.
this much in gold.
So
Yeah.
it's a good thing too because now we're developing into something different. People are not depending on
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah. So that's shift. So right now, if I didn't have to do my 9 to 5 and this paid enough or I had
Yeah.
enough to survive by,
Well, you didn't get money from it, but you could still get your food.
yeah.
Your
You can still
housing,
get
your
housing,
education, your
everything.
health
You know, I only go to get the money because I need it to survive.
Yes.
If I did not need it to survive,
Yes.
I will not go for
Yes.
it.
Exactly my effing
Clothes
Yes.
come.
Yes.
Clothes. And this come.
Yeah, there's scams. Let's go.
Well, considering how cold it is, I'm going to beg to differ and
Okay,
say no
yeah,
clothes on a
Exactly.
scam.
So the whole conversation that, yeah, the whole conversation that money is a scam, I don't buy into that. Yeah, it's just that it's something that we need right now, and that's the only way we can get it.
Okay, can I explain to you why money is a scam?
Please do.
Explain to me how the stock market
Yes.
works.
It's a hedge. You're hedging a bet.
But where is that money coming from? Literally, right now, right now, we do not have enough money in the world, like physical paper currency money in the world, to account for every single deposit in a bank.
Yes.
Because money is all numbers on a screen. It's not paper,
So
it's not
spreadsheet and all
real,
that, yeah.
it's not linked to anything that's valuable like gold or oil or I don't know, now data for some reason.
Yeah.
So I genuinely think that like money is a scam, not only because of things like the stock market and the fact that like a billionaire's wealth can rise and grow depending on what the stock market is. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Listen to the walking, talking brain.
But money is also a scam because right now it's not linked to anything of value, right? Because back in the day, before the US took its currency off the dollar standard in 1971, I think. A lot of money was linked to gold, like you said. So like if you had like a 1,000 shilling note, you could go to CBK and say, I want to retrieve the gold amount of this note. Right now, money is free floating.
You can't retrieve speculation.
It's free floating, which means money is worth whatever we say it is. It exists because we all agree that money means something. Value. If one person, let's say cryptocurrency takes off, right, in a particular nation, and that nation decides, you know what, paper currency ain't worth shit, that currency will die because money is what we agree it is. Money's worth what we agreed it's worth.
It's what we've agreed. Like if let's say like everybody values this thing at to be a certain amount, we say like. Because of demand, that's why we put a price to it. Let's say if right now we say nobody doesn't value cryptocurrency or anything, it will fall down. But because we've created demand for it and we value it to be so much, that's why it's meaning something to us. So how will it be a scam? And we've all agreed like. This is the scam. This is how we trade. This is how we do our thing. This is how we.
The scam for me is in that there is no concrete thing that is linked to. Like it is valuable because we say it is valuable. So when we change our minds, like it's a scam because it's not steady.
It's valuable because with money you can get exchange for something.
Yes.
With money you can trade for land. With money you can trade for cars. With money you can trade for it's things that you want.
So money
That's why we feel it's valuable. So right now cryptocurrency is coming because we feel like with crypto we don't need money. Like you can trade crypto for
anything.
These are the things.
But like even cryptocurrency, a lot of those people are trying to get rich in like actual US dollars, right? And part of the reason why I think money is a scam as well is because of inflation. Okay, explain to me how cooking oil, how 1 liter cooking oil can now be close to 1,000 shillings. It is not worth 1,000 shillings.
We need to go back to African roots and eat boiled food. You can take ugali, it's 100 shillings.
Hey.
Naivas, there are lines, but you can get that.
Before move from that, Kish,
we're moving from that. That's how we deal now, say, because let a fundamental issues.
All that being said, my M-Pesa details will be in the link in the description.
Please,
Eileen, do you think the law by itself is a scam?
Absolutely.
The Constitution, is it a scam?
Yes.
You know where I'm going with this.
You know where I know where you're going with this, and I can't preempt your argument.
Tell us, because me, I don't know where you're going with this.
Is the law a scam?
I feel like at some point you're going to ask if the state is a scam. The idea of a state.
Maybe not. Right now, let's just look at the Constitution.
So the reason why I don't think the law is the scam is because I don't remember where I read this from, but there's something in the human brain that just understands what is and is not fair.
Okay.
Like you've seen that study with the monkeys, where like the monkeys were told to do this particular task, and one monkey was paid more than the others, and the others were like, "What the fuck? You've done the same work. I should get the same exact amount of bananas or whatever it was." So I think there's something in our brains that understands what is and is not fair, and the law is just a way for us to codify that and create a framework for which we can ascertain fairness. That's
a very good answer. But what I wanted to say is, all over the world,
honestly, I was expecting that no or yes. I'm lost now.
She said no.
I was expecting that. She said
no. I'm saying no. It's not a scam. It's not a scam.
But see, even the Constitution, 2010 Constitution, it was changed.
Yes.
Law is meant to serve man.
Yes.
Money is meant to serve man.
Yes.
So as we sit here, we decide, right now, because there's an influx of Kenya shillings, or there's an influx of X number of whatever, they're showing up the dollar or whatever. So it loses value. If you go to the market and there's too many tomatoes, loses value. Supply and demand. So that's the whole thing with money as well. I don't know why we're doing money, because we're not accountants and all that, but money by itself is not a scam because it's supposed to serve man. It's a creation of man, and so man will sit and look at it and say it serves me better in such and such a way. Right now the dollar is not the strongest currency in the world, right? So is it a scam because the dirham is stronger? No, but
dirham is from where?
UAE.
Kuwait.
No.
UAE.
Yeah, and then Kuwait also and all that. So I feel money, there are aspects of money which are we can't understand by themselves as they are. We need to go to delve deeper into them. But calling money a scam for me is a bit of a stretch.
It's a step too far.
Yeah, but I get, because even sometimes I don't get. There's a few things I don't understand about this whole thing.
Mwas, ni vizuri by the I understand story yao say story ya money is a scam nini buda, because hata mimi pia na feel
wamekuchanganya,
wamenipoteza, but
this was supposed to be a parting shot.
Thanks for having
asante sana bro.
and Karevi.
Eileen has a podcast.
Yes,
please just plug your podcast.
Please go take a look at it.
Where can you find your podcast?
Anywhere you find your podcast, but fair warning, kuna kizungu kimingi. A lot. Kuna kizungu kimingi. A lot.
Is that correct? Is that Kiswahili
It's
correct?
not correct, and it was incorrect on purpose.
So Karevi, what's up?
Even me, I can plug my things.
Work in progress.
You can talk to me. You can see me on Work in Progress. You can also just see me on the street. Say hi.
Where do we
I support us now.
Where do we
plug your social media if you want to?
Work in Progress from Fifth Estate TV. My social media. No, I don't need to plug my social media.
Okay.
Those my fans know how to find me.
Nice.
But yeah, me, I'm just excited. This was really fun. I'm hoping at the end of this we can take a parting shot. Because I started this podcast. I'm not gonna say I was high,
But now you're
but I was
sober.
close. Now alcohol wouldn't catch me.
So and I think on behalf of NairoBEERns, we're really happy that you guys joined us
so
and
much.
are able to share on your money is a scam. And even though we don't understand some things that you
Money
say,
is a scam, kill is a scam, Wang is a scam, we out.
Well, before you go, I just let this on. Put this out there. This was an unofficial collaboration between Utajua Ujui and NairoBEERN. We are here because we're celebrating birthday of one of our friends. We are planning something in the works between Utajua Ujui and NairoBEERns. So watch out for that. In the meantime, follow Utajua Ujui on all platforms.
All platforms.
We'll link it in our description. Find it there, and I guess we'll see you when you see us.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, catch you on the flip side, my guy.
Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.